Hey, it's Ray here, and I'm actually out at an old haunted cabin in the middle of the woods. And the reason I've come out here into this haunted location is to talk to you about something that I find really scary. I'm talking about text-to-speech. You know, that robotic sounding garbage that people try to sell all the time. Well, recently I discovered something that is so cool that actually gives you text-to-speech that's actually usable. Yeah, seriously. I mean, it would scare away anybody that's trying to sell you that other garbage. Let's take a look at exactly how it works so you can see how cool it is while I try to figure out how to get out of here. Okay, so here we are inside of Synthesys, and if you know me, you know that I am not a big fan of text-to-speech, or at least I haven't been for the last couple of years. And all those softwares that came out that made great videos, and one of the big features was text-to-speech, well, it always sounded awful. And most of those started using text-to-speech because Amazon came out with a service called Poly, and Google also came out with a service, and they call it WaveNet here. And it was supposed to be a massive improvement in text-to-speech, but to me, it still sounded like a robot every single time. So what I want to do is take a listen to these, and then we'll do a little bit of a comparison. So this is Google here, and you can see I put this little sentence in here. So let's take a listen to it.
If you are looking for text-to-speech, this is the program you need.
Okay, so that's not like horrendous. Well, I mean, it is, but I can see why some people might want to use it. I don't think it's very good. It would drive me crazy. And they've got a few different voices in here that you can try out too.
If you are looking for text-to-speech, this is the program you need.
Okay, so in that one, the voice is a lot better, but of course the cadence and the way that it's pronounced is not very good. So that, to me, not very useful. And I know people are making videos with it. It drives me crazy. I can't stand the text-to-speech ones. It's very, very obvious. Amazon Poly, I can't put in our sentence, and I've only got two to test from here. I've got Joanna and Matthew. Since we did guys on the other one, we'll stick with the guys here. But this is what the standard and the neural sounds like. So here's the standard.
Hello. Do you speak a foreign language? One language is never enough.
Okay, so you can tell, again, the cadence is weird. The stress is on the different words. It just sounds like somebody chopped something together there, because that's essentially what it's doing. It's using a computer to generate these sounds versus using an actual person. Here's the neural one.
Hello. Do you speak a foreign language? One language is never enough.
And that's certainly a lot better. It still kind of sounds robotic, but it definitely sounds a lot better. So let's take a look at Synthesys here. So inside of Synthesys, you've got 8 characters that you start out with, and there are upgrade characters as well. But these voiceovers are done by professional voice actors. So this is a real voice. It's not just a computer-generated voice that you're hearing. You put in your text, and it's going to give you a nice sound here. So let's take a listen to some of these here. So this is this one is Alicia M. So let's take a listen to that.
Work, life, balance. 3 tiny words. An impossible equation that humankind has tried to solve for centuries.
I mean, that's pretty darn good. I'm blown away by that. And when these guys sent me some samples originally, I was like, holy cow. That is like a huge step up to the point where I would actually use text-to-speech. So here's another one here. Let's take a listen to this one.
Like many other philosophers who greatly extended our knowledge of nature, Galileo had a remarkable aptitude for the invention of instruments designed for
Okay, let's listen to this guy here. This guy's got an interesting voice. Does not look like the person in the picture when you hear the voice.
The prince sat down by some stunted trees, whose tops had been broken off a long time ago by an avalanche, and began to eat the bit of bread and cheese that he had stored in his pocket. Meanwhile, his black horse ate the grass.
Okay, and John here.
It's that time of the year you've all been waiting for. The exotic pet parade is here this Saturday. Bring your lizards, iguanas.
We've got Renee.
Well, you see, there are reasons, she returned, and said no more, for she did not want to bring up the subject of their former strife.
Now, once you've decided on a voice here, so we can, pick any of these here. So maybe we want to go with Stephen G in the end. Well, we can come in here now and we can put in whatever it is that we want him to say. So, for instance, I could say, welcome to Escape. Plan, Georgia. Okay, and so now we can create this. It's going to take just a second. And once it's done, we can give it a listen.
Welcome to SKYROCKET, Georgia.
Okay, now obviously he's got an accent, so maybe we want to do Dan R. Let's see what he sounds like.
Helping a client through the...
So he sounds good, so let's create this one. You see it's going to render out again here and here. Let's listen to that.
Welcome to SKYROCKET, Georgia.
And so now that we have the file that we want to use, all we have to do is come over here and hit download. And that's going to download it to our computer. We can then use it inside of our video editors to start making our great videos with these beautiful voiceovers. And of course, inside of here, if you need any training, they have that in here. You got a voiceover editor in here, and you've got a history in here. And of course, if you need to upgrade, you can always do that right here as well. But this is just a, like I said, I have never been a fan of text-to-speech until I heard this one and said, wow, this is something that can actually be used. So check it out. Learn more by checking the other videos on the page as well as the videos on their sales page so you can really start to understand this program. Be sure to check out our bonuses as well.
Okay, so I haven't figured my way out of this haunted cabin yet, and I think the ghosts are getting closer. However, I have figured my way out of all that terrible text-to-speech from Google and Amazon, and that's with Synthesys. So if you haven't checked it out, you gotta check it out even further. Scroll down the page, you'll be able to check out our bonuses, you'll be able to see other videos, and then click over to their sales page where you can really learn a whole lot more about Synthesys. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to figure my way out of here.